Sup everyone, this is JD907, and the other day I reread Captain America number 600. If you haven't read it yet, it's a good issue. It really makes you feel sentimental for Steve Rogers, and it has enough backup content to justify spending $4.99. But what the hell does this have to do with the title of this video? You know, the part that really grabbed your attention? Well, the main plot in that issue revolves around the 1-year anniversary of Captain America's death. Wait, what? 1 year? 1 year? What? Let's think about this. That would mean that every moment from the beginning of Civil War to the end of Siege took place over slightly more than a year. Maybe 13 months, 14 at most. That means that in a little over a year, the Superhuman Registration Act was passed and then repealed. In that same year, the heroes fought a civil war which eventually burned out. In that same year, Tony Stark and Norman Osborn were both promoted to Director of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they both fucked it up. In that same year, New York was destroyed in 2 different alien invasions, and the list goes on and on and on. If you thought the civilians in Kingdom Come had it bad, this is just unbelievable. In a few months, the Marvel Universe's version of America has had more revolutions, terrorism, and firefights in the streets than any third world nation ever could. Can you imagine what that would be like? All the mutants and other heroes are always complaining, but for the normal humans, you'd have to spend every moment of your life in fear. Maybe the Punisher will get in a firefight in front of your house. Maybe the Green Goblin will blow up your office. Maybe Dr. Doom will be elected president. Or maybe, fuck it, Galactus will finally eat your fucking planet. You would never sleep, you would always wear a bulletproof vest, and you would never want to let your family out of your sight. Also, another weird thing is that how this ties into real world time. After all, about 3/4 into this year of hell, Spider-Man attended the Obama inauguration. Obviously, that had to occur at the same time as the real-life inauguration, so what the hell does that mean? That famous issue came out around the beginning of Dark Reign, so is that when the storyline occurred? Did the Civil War happen in mid-spring 2008? Is the Heroic Age taking place during early summer 2009? If the answers to both of these questions is yes, then when the hell did the timeline jump ahead of the real world? Plus, how many holiday issues have come out from Marvel during this time? Were there 4 Christmases in 1 year? Now, granted, comics are just about the only medium where several ongoing stories can last for decades, all crossing over with each other, so a little inconsistency in the timeline is inevitable. After all, Spider-Man's Aunt May has been about 80 years old for almost 50 years real-world time, even if she's died at least twice in that time. Or hell, like a DC, Batman has had 3 teen sidekicks, one of whom is now in his mid-20s, one of whom is now in his early 20s, and one of whom is now in his late teens, and has had a 10-year-old son in that time, but is still in his early 30s. So, I guess there's not much point in bitching about one continuity mix-up. Still, when such a small thing can lead to so much ranting, it really goes to show you just how freaking weird comics really are.